the world, see all the seven wonders. There's nothing that we won't see. No matter where we go, you're always there with you, a true protector in me. Tell you that I want you, and that I need you. Tell me that you understand, and I will tell you that I want you, and that I need you. Make me the happiest man. And baby, I can't stop smiling, I'm excited, I'm living in Wonderland. With you by my side, I'm flying, I'm gliding, I hope that I never land. I hope I never land, I hope I never land, I hope I never land, I hope I never land.
Hello everyone, it's Kieran here at Magical Traveller. I hope you're having a great day. Sorry, cough now. Hope you're enjoying the weather. Like, it is incredibly warm. We've had a bit of rain down here in Bristol, which has helped bring the temperature down a little bit, but it's helped make my hay fever a little bit wilder. But anyway, hope you're having a great day. Feel free to say hello if you are watching, and I'll see if I can bring up your comments on the screen using this software that I've got. But today, hopefully, if you've seen the title, it's a very impromptu live. I forgot to schedule this last week, and I didn't really know what I was going to talk about. But I have recently, if you have been following on the pages, me and Phil both recently were invited on board Celebrity Apex, which is a beautiful ship. What I thought I'd do today maybe is just kind of do a summary of what that trip was about, but then also share with you a little bit more about Celebrity Apex and why it's quite exciting that she's going to be sailing from Southampton in 2024. Now, for those of you who have never really experienced Celebrity, they are definitely a premium cruise line. So they are going to be on the slightly more expensive side of cruising. But because of that, you are going to find a lot more of an elevated experience on board. You're going to find a lot more of inclusions as well. That's generally how cruise goes. The more you pay for your cruise fare, the more inclusions you're going to get. Now, she is an absolutely beautiful ship, Celebrity Apex. So what I'm going to do first, and if I've got these videos the right way around, is I'm going to show you a quick video tour. This is supplied by Celebrity, not by me, just because I haven't had time yet to put my content together. But just to give you a little bit of an overview of just how gorgeous Celebrity Apex is and what she looks like. how incredible does she look? Honestly, it's taking me back to our time on board. So me and Phil were on board for 3 nights as part of what Celebrity call a seminar at sea. So it was the chance for kind of travel agents to get on board the ships and just kind of get a feel for them, have a bit of a training session. So we did do some kind of classroom sessions where we learned all about the Celebrity brand and what they have to offer, but also got to stay on board and sample kind of the restaurants, a lot of the drinks. Obviously, we sampled very many drinks on board, but just to kind of get a real feel of the ship. Now, I do have loads of pictures and I'm slowly working through getting that content live. I have been debating whether or not to share this with you guys just to kind of show you a little bit more of the ship and how incredible she is. But I think that video done a really good job of giving you a really good overview of her. Now, if you've got any questions about sailing with Celebrity, then definitely feel free to type them in the comments and I'll answer them as best I can. But Celebrity definitely are a really, really awesome cruise line. In fact, I am going to show you kind of one of my favorite things. Just bear with me while I set this up because I didn't have this. Oh, no, I didn't plan to do that. I've stopped something. I had something saved for later. Let me just share my second screen a second. I'll show you some pictures from our cabin because I don't think I've got any of those ready to go in here. You have to forgive the way this looks because this is all my pictures. But this is an infinite veranda, basically. So this is what kind of the Edge series of ships, which is what Apex is. She's a part of the infinite veranda. She's part of the Edge series of ships. But what's really cool is they have floor-to-ceiling windows. Come on. But also as well, as you can see, this is also your balcony as well. So this top mirror here actually drops down to create kind of the balcony in there as well. So you've got a much bigger cabin space because of that. But also then as well, you're going to have that amazing connection as well to the sea. So you can kind of see, like, I think I've got a picture in here somewhere. So we were like, oh, here we go. This does it quite a good definition. So here we are now. I'm sat on the bed and you could just see there. So the balcony is kind of open in this configuration. But then you can actually see as well then the connection to land and sea as well. So it was really lovely. We were sailing here out of Amsterdam, but it was absolutely beautiful to kind of just be laying in this bed, looking out of this window and seeing kind of the canals. And we were obviously in Amsterdam itself, heading up to the ocean, just seeing all the beautiful kind of scenery go past. And then when we were at sea the following day, waking up and having that amazing connection. So I'm just next to the bed here. So I'm kind of cheating it to get a better shot, but I'm just next to the bed where I was laying. So you can just see that amazing connection to the land and sea there as well. It is an incredible cabin. Now, if you do search up Magical Traveler on YouTube, there is a full cabin tour. So you can kind of see what that's like, and I go through kind of all the amazing storage on board. I don't have many pictures. I'm really bad at taking pictures. I always film a video tour of everywhere we stay, but I always forget to take pictures of the cabins we're staying in. One of my favorite spaces on board was this space as a venue at the aft of the ship called Eden. Now, it's a multi-story venue. You can see here now there's kind of this lower level here, which is a specialty restaurant. Then you've got this kind of entertainment space here, which was used throughout the day. So during the daytime, they had live music. They had kind of yoga was done in here one morning when we walked in. They had loads of different classes, but there's also loads of places you can play like little, not necessarily board games, but they had like little mini like chess boards and checkers boards, things like that. So if you just want to relax, get a coffee and enjoy the day, then you could totally do this. There's seating up here. And then around the back, and this is Phil on his phone, around the back, though, what you'll find, they've got this beautiful panoramic view as well. I think it's on the last day. We kind of sat there for a couple of hours on our last day. Yeah, enjoying the sunset kind of as we were checking into, where were we this day? I forgot which day we were. As we were checking into, we were leaving port anyway, we were checking the amazing sunset. And again, you just have these absolutely gorgeous panoramic views of the ocean. It's just absolutely beautiful. So we sat there a number of times having a kind of coffee, just relaxing and chilling. Honestly, it was incredible. But then in the evenings as well, the space transforms and they have kind of live music and performances in the evening as well. So it's a really cool kind of evening space, multi-purpose space throughout the day. But again, this is the reason why we love cruising. You're just getting views like this as you're kind of sailing again out of port. I can't remember where we were on this day. We must have been leaving Dover maybe. But just having that amazing view as well then from Eden. But if you look back then as well, just this honestly, it's an incredible space. But this is just one of many spaces on board Apex. And this is what Celebrity are really good at. They're really good at creating a sense of space. So kind of this was another one of my favorites as well, which is the rooftop garden. Now, the rooftop garden is obviously on the roof of the ship, the top deck of the ship, and it's more of a quiet to chill out space. But you've got this really cool garden-like space where they were doing pickleboard on this day as well, so you can kind of play little games. They've also got a giant screen as well, so you can kind of watch movies in there and shows and sports and events, things like that. But this gorgeous kind of space for you to sit in. There's a grill at the back as well, so you can get kind of light bites and just sit and relax and enjoy the gorgeous sunny weather. It was warm when we were on board, but this was in Portland, so we didn't have much time to kind of relax and just enjoy this space, and the ship wasn't very full, so it wasn't kind of doing its thing at its best. But I absolutely adored this space. So many cool spaces to sit and a really lovely place as well, just to unwind. Now, all these little perspex as well and these little lighting towers all light up at night as well. So again, at nighttime, this looks absolutely beautiful as well, really magical in the evenings. And then this is the Martini Bar as well. I think this is the evening show when the Martini Bar does a bit of a performance, if I'm right. Yeah. So this is the Martini Bar. So underneath as well, you're going to have all the flair waiters who are going to be kind of down here at the bottom. They're going to be doing all the flair tricks with kind of cocktail making. And then they do this really cool show as well. This is in the schedule. You'll know when this is happening, when the chandelier is doing a chandelier show even. But at the end, then they get on the bar and they kind of serve them. It's a real like massive line of martini cocktails and pour them all. I think I've got a better. Here we go. Here's a slightly better video shot of it as well. So you can kind of see they get on the bar counter and they literally pour, must be easily 10, 15 martinis in one go, all the colors of the rainbow. It's really cool to watch. But again, this is the type of like elevated experience. A lot of really fun interactive elements you're going to get on board Celebrity when you choose to sail with them. They do have a nightclub as well. Now, I did spend my first night in the nightclub, and yes, I was very drunk to the point that I don't remember going to bed the first night. So definitely very generous with the drinks package as well on board. So you're going to have a really good chance as well to kind of get some really nice drinks and cocktails in the nightclub as well. They had a silent disco on the last night we were on board. We weren't on board for a full sailing. We were on board for part of a sailing. So we got to do a silent disco on our last night that we were on board, at least anyway. I got video of it somewhere. There's lots of silent discos are always funny to watch. I can't find it. I was after Crystallize. Here we go. This must be the silent disco stuff. Yeah, here we go. So this is just.
I had no idea.
Because what's happening is they're playing three different. You can choose between three different playlists. One of them was kind of like more a Latinx one. One of them was a bit more of a poppy one. So we were playing kind of a lot of pop, a lot of charter stuff. And one of them was, from my memory, it was like a really 80s playlist, 70s, 80s playlist, like a disco one. And everyone's singing different songs, but people are changing between songs as well. So when people can hear somebody singing a song they like from another station, they're changing over to the other station. So if you like, so I don't like having headphones on too much. So I had one ear on, one ear off, and I could just hear everyone singing all the different songs. It was a lot of fun. Absolutely a lot of fun. What else is there? So there's loads, like there's amazing theatre shows as well. So we did get to have a little look at the backstage as well of the theatre. So this is Crystallize, one of the signature shows by Celebrity. Again, Celebrity, their entertainment's like, look, there's a violin. I'm just going to point this out to you, right? How incredible this show is. There's a violinist performing while she's being suspended in the air. Like, that's just the level of showmanship you've got going on board Celebrity. It was absolutely incredible. I absolutely adored this show. It's very kind of cultural, I guess, because it's got a lot of really kind of cultural performance pieces with the violin and musical acts and things like that. But the quality of the acts that they've got performing on board and some of the performance pieces like the acrobatics, the aerial acts, you can see some of the things they were doing were absolutely incredible. And it was just beautiful to watch as well. So this theatre has, I think it's like a 270-degree LED wraparound screen, which if I do a wide shot, you may be able to see it better. So this screen here is completely transforming with beautiful graphics that are all done in time to the performance pieces people are performing as well. So kind of as they're dancing, the whole screen, yeah, you can see like a little starburst there as she's going up in the air. Honestly, it was incredible to see. And then it's also moving around as well. So parts of the screen open at different times. This giant, this canopy comes down in the middle of the performance piece at one point. Just honestly, the like state-of-the-art technology on board a cruise ship. You're not getting your cookie-cutter cruise shows. You're getting real West End style shows, basically. The performance standard is so high, I guess is what I'm trying to get across. Like look how beautiful that scene is to look at. And again, this is transforming on board a cruise ship. They're projecting onto a dress. I forgot about that, actually. Yeah. So again, honestly, it's such a beautiful performance piece. The shows on board absolutely blew me away. That I was a little sad that we only got to watch one of the shows they've got on board. So that's crystallizing the main theatre. And then I just saw something. I'll talk about food briefly in a second. There was something else I was going to talk about. Well, let's talk about food then. So Celebrity on board now, as part of your cruise, you do get main dining room. Now, you can do the traditional cruise. So if you are somebody who likes to do kind of first seating, second seating, and dine in the same place with the same wait staff every night, you can totally do that. But on board Celebrity as well, they have 4 main dining rooms. So you can either be assigned to one of those, or you could choose to go to open dining, where you can go then and dine around the different dining rooms as well. So that's what we did. We were assigned our dining room on the first night, and then we then chose to kind of dine around the different dining rooms as well. So I can't remember which one this is. Sorry, I have to check my notes. Cosmopolitan. Here we go. So this is Cosmopolitan. And I don't know if this shows you very clearly, but the way that their menus work is you're going to find your celebrity signatures. Now, these are going to be items that are kind of celebrity famous for, and they're going to be on every menu in every single one of the main dining rooms every single night. But then what you're going to have is you're going to have the classics menu. And this is going to be the menu that rotates each night. So each night you're going to find that the classics menu will be slightly different. So every night there'll be something new on the menu for you to try. But then each of the 4 main dining rooms also have their own individual menu as well. So, for example, here you can see Cosmopolitan exclusives. If you wanted to eat the Cosmopolitan exclusive, you have to dine in Cosmopolitan. So you're getting that choice as well. So you're getting the choice of having the signature items that celebrity are known for, or you can choose to have kind of something new if you wanted to, or you can go to your favorite eatery or restaurant on board and try the exclusives there as well. Depending on how busy it is and what the night is like, your wait staff will allow you to order from other menus if you wanted to. Our wait staff did. She said to us, if you want to try something from, because I think we wanted to try, and I forgot what the name of it. There's the Tuscan is the Italian, but there was also a Cypriot on board, which I can't remember the name of, but I've got a picture of the menu somewhere. But we wanted to try the food in there. And in the end, the menu was better, or we liked what was on the menu for the restaurant we were dining in. But she did say to us, she was like, don't panic. You can, if you want to order food from one of the other restaurants. It may take a little bit longer because even though they share kitchens, they are totally separate kitchens. So the kitchen that serves the one restaurant's on the one side of the ship and so on and so forth. So she just said it may take a little bit longer. There we go. Tuscan was one of them. I think we went and we sat in Tuscan, and I was going to try something from the Cypriot menu, but I changed my mind because there we go. Yeah, it is literally, it's called Cyprus. I'm saying, what's it called? Cyprus. So I wanted to eat something off the Cyprus menu, but we decided to dine in Tuscany instead. But she said, not a problem, don't panic. We can make that work for you, move it around. They also have a ton of specialty restaurants on board as well. We didn't get to try any as well, but they got like Raw on 5 as well. So if you wanted to have sushi and fresh seafood, they've got that for you. They've got this really cool show as well where you dine and they project onto the table in front of you as well. So that's really cool. Honestly, like the food was probably the best you're going to have for mainstream cruising anyway. Like the buffet as well. I don't think I took pictures of the buffet. Probably on the first day. Let's have a look. I got a couple of pictures. The buffet was incredible. The range of choice available on board the buffet was so impressive. I didn't take a massive number of pictures of the buffet, even though I ate there a lot. Here we go. This is the cakes as well. So as we walked in, it was Mother's Day in America, and Celebrity are an American cruise line, so they had Mother's Day cakes available. But honestly, these cakes were incredible. And then you could order, you could have a slice of that if you wanted to. This was like, and again, typical cruise fare. You kind of make a meal out of something. So I got fried chicken on here. I've got some other type of meat. I can't remember. Noodles. It's buffet food. It's kind of when it's the best. But honestly, the foods for buffet standard was incredible. I absolutely adored everything I ate. Really, really enjoyed every single bite I ate on board Celebrity in the buffet. There you go. You can just see those cakes a lot better as well. Fresh bread made each day as well. Honestly, you're never going to go short of food or be panicking about food when you're on board. Honestly, the food was so good. And then I just found what I was going to talk about. So on board as well, the reason why I'm bringing this up is Celebrity Apex is sailing from the UK next year. So she's going to be sailing from Southampton from around about May right the way through to October. And she's going to be going to places of the Norwegian fjords. And obviously you're going to see now you've got these beautiful outdoor spaces, tons of outdoor space. So when she's sailing kind of south to do the warmer itineraries, then obviously you're going to benefit from that outdoor space. But just in case you're worrying about, okay, I would like to maybe sail the Norwegian fjords, then is there going to be somewhere I can, oh, here we go, just to show you the outdoor pool space as well. So this is kind of with my wide angle camera lens. This is the gorgeous artwork, and each one of the Celebrity ships have their own artwork. This is the kind of centerpiece of the pool on board Celebrity Apex again. So you can have this beautiful kind of heart hand, which all the millennial kids are doing now. I still haven't worked it out how to do it properly, but that's what you're going to have there as well. But again, beautiful pool deck. And I'm just going to show you as well. So there now, these are really cool. These are kind of a signature of the Edge series of ships. These are actually hot tubs. So they've got martini hot tubs as well that overlook the pool deck. Do a picture of it. It is absolutely gorgeous. There's another one as well. It's just such a beautiful space as well. Really, and it's actually surprisingly relaxed and chilled as well. It's not too loud. They're not playing music too loud. It's got a really lovely atmosphere on board. But somewhere in here, and I just did spot it a minute ago, is the solarium. So I'll talk about the solarium while I find the picture of the solarium. But the solarium is kind of the indoor pool space as well. So because we were sailing the English Channel on our sailing, it was getting quite a lot of here it is. Found it. So this is going to be the indoor pool space as well. So if you're worried about maybe going on the colder itineraries to the Norwegian fjords, don't panic too much about not having time to relax in the pool as well. This pool is actually really big. This picture makes it look quite small because it's taken with my wide angle lens. But it's a really big pool. They've got hot tubs in here as well. And again, it wasn't overly busy, all things considered, because there's just so much space on the ship for people to relax and chill out and do what they want to do. So if you're not somebody who wants to sit by a pool, or you're not bothered by the pool, you don't have to sit in this space. There's tons of coffee shops on board. There's tons of bars and restaurants and quiet spaces to kind of read a book if you wanted to. And they're all kind of, like I say, Eden's a fantastic space. You're not having to feel like you have to sit by the pool to kind of have a relaxing day. There's loads and loads of stuff on there to do. So the reason why, and we should briefly talk about the different classes as well. So you do have aqua class on board. So if you are somebody who's big into your fitness and your well-being and your mental wellness, then you may want to look at having a look at booking aqua class. Now, aqua class also comes with its own specialty restaurant as well, called Blue, which I don't think we had. I've got a picture of the restaurant. So this is the specialty restaurant that's available to aqua class customers. So you will have your own menu and your own kind of offering as well when you choose to dine in Blue. I think I've got a little bit of video of it walking in. It's a beautiful restaurant again, all fitting in with that blue theme. But if you are somebody who's maybe big into wellness, you will have unlimited access to the thermal spa for the entire duration of your cruise as well. So again, if fitness and well-being matters a lot to you, then definitely have a look and consider booking into the Blue experience. Now, if you want to have a kind of a more elevated experience, and Celebrity by standard is incredibly elevated, but if you want to go elevated again, you can then look at retreat level, which will then give you access to your very own private pool deck, which I am looking for. I'm trying to think when we did our ship tour. It was after the galley. So we did do a ship tour of all the kind of retreats and the suite level services. So I've got a couple of pictures of suites, but I can't remember which one I need to check. But this is going to be your retreat lounge. So if you go into kind of retreat level, you will have access to your own lounge as well, where you're going to find kind of staff dedicated to helping you with any activities on board, but also as well then exclusive drinks and cocktails and things like that to have in there as well. So really, really great perk to have on that. But not only do you get the indoor space, you also have as well the retreat pool deck, which again, bear in mind, we were in like Dover in the middle of May. So where is it? I've got pictures somewhere. I should really prepare for this, but I know if I prepare, I'll never do these. Is this it? I think this is my video. Let me have a look. Yeah, this is it. So this is a video I've got, of then the retreat. So you can have a little look around. So if you do decide to book into, like I say, retreat level, this suite level, this is then the access. You'll have this whole pool area then dedicated to just retreat guests. It's absolutely beautiful. You've got loads of lounge and space as well. Again, food and drink is available as well from this space as well. So you don't have to worry about, getting a drink or having to leave everywhere. They will do all that for you. Again, you've got your own hot tubs. You've got your own little dipping pool as well, with those amazing, look at those floating kind of sun beds as well, or day beds over the pool. That's incredible. Just imagine kind of sitting there with a cocktail, dipping your feet in the nice, glorious weather. Like, it's incredible. So again, that's available as well to retreat level guests, as well as then obviously the extra perks you get of being a retreat level guest as well. So the reason why I'm bringing this up is Celebrity Apex is sailing from Southampton next year, and I do have all the itineraries on my screen. I don't have guide prices. I've got 2 offers, which I'll share in a second with you, but just to give you a little look at some of the sailing she's going to be doing. Now, if you want to kind of sample Celebrity, so you're looking for that sailing, that's kind of like, I've never sailed Celebrity before, sailed at the cruise lines, I want to see what they're about, then I want to draw your attention to 2 4-night sailings we've got, which are going to be going to Bruges and Amsterdam. They are your typical 4-night sample, 3 4-night sample cruises, but we've got 2. There's one in May, which is the first one of the year. And then at the end of the season, there's another one. Here we go then as well. So in August as well, there's another one. So again, you're just going to be going over to kind of Bruges, to visit to Bruges if you wanted to. Amazing if you're a chocolate fan. Definitely worth doing. And then Amsterdam as well. But they've also got then a range of longer sailings. You've got the best of Scandinavia, where you're going to be going to kind of you're going to be going to Copenhagen, Finland, Sweden, Stockholm. You're going to have all those Nordic towns as well. Then you're going to be going to the Norwegian fjords. Then this is the famous bread and butter as well. And this is what this ship's probably going to be the best for next year, is to kind of visit the fjords. So again, if you wanted to visit Flam and you want to do Oldenburg, and then definitely that's going to be the itinerary you want to head towards. If you want to go on for longer and go further afield, then maybe check out the Iceland and Ireland sailing as well. So that's going to be going to Reykjavik. And again, these are round trips as well. So you get to leave from Southampton, come back to Southampton as well. This one's a gorgeous one as well, the Arctic Circle sailing. It is a longer sailing, so it's going to be a bit more of a premium, but you do get to visit the Arctic Circle. So that's going to be you're not guaranteed the Northern Lights, but that's going to be the one if you wanted to try and see the Northern Lights on a cruise. That's going to be the one to try and do it on. If you may be looking for warm weather, then again, as we kind of get towards summer months, then as well, we've got the Spain and Portugal itinerary. Spain, Portugal, and Mediterranean, which is the longest, I think. I think there's a 14 off the top of my head. No, 13 is the longest. This is the longest sailing next year. So this is going to be the one that's going to take you down then into kind of Mallorca. You're going to be going to Seville. You're going to be to Valencia. So that's the one to kind of keep your eye out or look out for if you want to be maybe doing warmer weather for longer aboard, on board as well. And again, then it's a bit of a repeat. And then this one again is going to be kind of the end of October. So that early winter sun holiday, Canaries and Portugal on this one as well. Again, sailing from Southampton back to Southampton, but you're going to be visiting Tenerife. You're going to be visiting Madeira, Gran Canaria as well. Honestly, such an amazing itinerary. That's one as well that if you're looking for that winter sun, you want to get away from kind of as the winter's coming in and the nights are drawing in and getting a bit colder, then definitely that's a great one to keep an eye out for as well. And again, then another one after that then as well, which is the same. So they're doing two of them actually. So they're doing the same itinerary twice back to back. And then if you wanted to and you want to do a transatlantic, we love transatlantics. Definitely if you're a big fan of cruise ships and you want to spend more time on ships, then definitely the transatlantic sailings are going to be the ones to look for. So I'm just going to quickly show you another video as well then. So this is just going to show you a little bit more information about the sailing from Southampton. There you go. Honestly, that Arctic Circle one does sound incredible. Again, they told us about it in the training, but I really like the look of it. It looks like such an incredible sailing. So there you go. That's kind of just a very brief overview. I know there's a lot of information in here, and I could talk for hours and hours and hours as well about what else there is about celebrity. I just want to share with you quickly before we go two offers then. So Phil has posted these kindly onto our cruising page. So for those of you who maybe are watching this on Magical Traveller, the main page, we do have a dedicated cruising page as well. So definitely you may want to check that out. So if you're interested in kind of not missing out on any of our cruise offers, because they generally all tend to end up on cruising with Magical Traveller. So here is a guide price now as well for the 4-night sailing. Now, this is going to be for a deluxe inside cabin cruise only fare. So the price for that is going to be $631 per person. So that is going to be your cruise fare. You can upgrade that if you want to all included. So if you wanted to get drinks, tips, and Wi-Fi included, then you can totally do that as well there. So you can see the price there is going to be from $239 per person as well. And that does include onboard credit. So you are going to get your $50 onboard credit. The great thing with Celebrity is if you do go and upgrade to all included and you get the standard, you get the drinks package included, that does include anything you want to drink on board up to $10. So you can definitely get kind of mojitos. You can get your own cocktails for that price, but you can then as well, if you kind of see a cocktail that you really like one of the signature martinis, you can just pay the difference. So that's what that $50 could go towards, or you could use that towards a spa treatment if you wanted to, or kind of treating yourself to specialty dining. There's tons of really great things you can do to kind of elevate your cruise further if you wanted to. But yeah, that's just kind of that particular offer. That is going to be for that tasted voyage that I mentioned as well. So that 4-night sailing from Amsterdam. Really good to kind of, if you want to get a feel for it, again, really, really great rate. And you probably won't find sailings any cheaper than that to kind of try this Edge series of ship with Celebrity. The other one that he shared as well, just make sure I'm going the right way, is going to be slightly longer sailing now. So it's going to be doing one of those beautiful Norwegian fjord sailing. Again, I've got Norwegian fjords on my mood board. At some point in the next 12 months, I'm going to be sailing in the Norwegian fjords, definitely for sure. You couldn't go wrong by doing this with Celebrity as well. So again, a great leading price there as well for £1,093 per person for a 7-night sailing. That is going to be in an inside cabin on the cruise only fare. But again, you can see to upgrade as well if you wanted to all included, which includes your drinks, tips, and Wi-Fi sorted as well for just £478, which if you break that down per person per day, and the amount of drink you've got to drink, that's less than £100, £100 per person per day. for your drinks. Let them the fact that your gratuities are included and your Wi-Fi is included on board the ship as well. And again, you get $100 on board spend as well because it's a longer sailing as well. So definitely that's a great offer to look out for as well. There is loads of offers on at the moment for Celebrity. I did have them on my screen, but I think I've closed them down by accident. Here it is this one, sorry. So it's this offer, but I've downloaded the graphics. So here we go, right. And this is going to be the main offer. I should have had this up sooner, sorry. So this is going to be the main offer for Celebrity that's running at the moment. Now, at the moment, you can get 75% off your second guest, which is why some of these prices have come down considerably from when they first went on sale. So you're going to get 75% off the second guest. Plus, then you can save up to £1,000 per room. That just depends on the room that you're booking and things like that. Plus, then again, get up to $300 on board credit. Again, that depends on the level of the room that you're booking, but also how many nights you're sailing for as well. So they're all different factors depending on the sailing. But now is definitely a fantastic time to book, not just a last-minute break with Celebrity if you want to get away this year on one of their incredible ships, but also if you want to plan ahead for next year. This offer is live right now for those of us in the UK, so you can get a fantastic price on your Celebrity cruise now for a low deposit, but also get that booked in ready so you're not missing out and you're not kind of going to be paying or missing out on, sorry, when it does start to sell out as we get closer to next year. The other thing as well is if you want to fly to Europe, so for this year as well, if you're willing to fly from like London or Manchester, generally we do have a handful of sailing stuff that do have £1 flights. So again, fantastic chance if you want to get away last minute this year and you want to sail on maybe one of the Edge series of ships. We've got 3 of them sailing in Europe this year, sailing around the Med, the Greek Isles, sailing the Norwegian fjords from Amsterdam. So again, fantastic kind of range of choice if you want to get on an Edge series of ship this year. You can fly to the ships this year on some select sailings still for £1. If you're interested, drop us a message. I can let you know what ones they are left on, because I got to check a spreadsheet that gets dated of how many spaces are left on them. But definitely a great chance this year if you want to get away with Celebrity to get an amazing voyage with really cheap second price off the second sailor. Really great price with £1 flights to Europe as well. Onboard credit, so you can treat yourself when you're on board as well, and that saving of up to 1,000 per cabin as well. Honestly, fantastic prices. Hopefully, guys, that's given you a really good kind of introduction to kind of Celebrity Apex. And definitely, if you are interested in sailing with Celebrity Apex next year, then definitely reach out, and I would love to. I've just removed myself, not the actual graphic, and then definitely get in touch with us. I'd love to help you get on board with Celebrity Apex. The other thing, if you've enjoyed this as well, we do have an episode coming out on Wednesday this week of Magically Cruising, which is our cruise podcast I do with the girls over at Cruising for All. The whole episode is dedicated to Celebrity Apex, where I talk in more detail and we talk about kind of more of our time on board with Celebrity Apex as well. So that will be going out on Wednesday. So if you want kind of to learn a little bit more and follow on from this, then definitely you can search for Magically Cruising Cruise Podcast on all podcast apps. We've checked, we're on all of them. So kind of on Apple Podcasts, if you're on Google Podcasts, all of them, just search in for Magically Cruising Cruise Podcast and we'll come up. Definitely subscribe to it. And then on Wednesday, when the new episode goes live, then as well, it'll automatically download that for you. And then you're ready to listen along as well to kind of all the details we have about Celebrity Apex. Currently, we've got 2 episodes live now this week. So we've got an update on the P&O cruise packages as well. So if you sail with P&O and you're not sure about what the changes are to the drinks package, then definitely that one's there for you. But on the main episode on the Wednesday for this week, just gone, we have Shane, who's joined us from Virgin Voyages, who's come on and he's chatted all about kind of what Virgin Voyages is now and where they're heading towards in the future again. So really interesting. If you do love cruise and you want to learn a little bit more about cruise, please do definitely hunt down the podcast. We always have great topics about just cruising in general, tips on how to make the most of your next cruise as well. So definitely hunt that down. And with that, guys, as I say, if you do want to get in touch, visit the website magical-traveler.com, or if you want to drop us a message, you've got my email there, which is kieran@magical-traveler.com. And lastly, you can find us, if you're not watching this on Facebook, you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, everywhere under Magical TRVLR. Other than that, guys, hope you're enjoying this glorious weather, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.